Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So I'm just going to be doing a quick Nitro setup video this week because I actually don't have that much time to do video recordings and so on. I'm going to be quite busy this week with other things in real life, so this may just be the one video I create for this week. We'll see. I'm hoping I can do the fourth stage of the Battlegrounds video this week, but no guarantees there. So as always, I am going to start by covering the dragon farming results and I guess how many additional crystals I got, that kind of stuff, before moving on to the other parts. So just give me a moment to get that up and we'll get started. So crystal farming wise and equipment farming wise, last week was actually quite a good week. Although I don't know if it was good in terms of new gear, as always. I just don't seem to get new gear. But in terms of the amount of stuff I get, it's pretty high. Right. So, crystal and voucher wise, right, I went from 2 vouchers and 3,483 crystals to 20 vouchers and 6,415 crystals. So in total, in this past week, I got 18 additional vouchers and 2,572 crystals. So a nice increase there. So it's definitely helping me, gear up for the next few banners as I steadily earn more of these resources. Equipment farming wise, well, the previous week was 10, last week was 11 SSR items, right? This is not counting items from, events and so on, it's just purely the dragon farming and joint battles. So, what did I get? Well, Timeless Trial gave me an Eye of the Beholder, which, it's okay. I'm now leveling up a second one, and it's currently, I guess, at level 20 or level 30, I think it was. Level 30 it should be, right? And in terms of the gambles, well, covered it last week, so I'll skip that. From the Trails in Time event, I did get 2 items so far, the Stage 32 SSR and the Stage 38 SSR. It was a Loki's Mask and Holy Ark, both of which were garbage, right? Other than that, most of the gear I got last week was really just ored, right? Oliver's staff was ore, Loki's mask was ore, Aeneas' helmet, Twilight helmet, both ore. Assault suit and Giant's resistance were both into ore. I did get another galaxy cloak, which I used to level up another galaxy cloak steadily. So it's my 6th galaxy cloak that's now at level 40. Right. Other than that, I picked up an Odin's battle helm, which I've kept, but I don't know if I'm going to use it because it's my 3rd one. I already have 2 level 50 Odin's battle helms, so we'll see what I do with that one. Also got a Reaper's Breath, and Assault Headgear, and Bloody Melody. So all of the other stuff was ored. I kept 2 of these 11 SSRs in total. So that was 900 ore added. So with these SSRs covered, I'm going to quickly jump back into the game and talk about some of the things that have changed. The biggest change is I'm very nearly complete the Archer and Assassin Training Ground, or at least as far as I will upgrade it for now, because there's just 1 upgrade left now. So I upgraded the Joint Attack Training twice, right? I just need 1 more upgrade, but this one is actually going to take some time to gather the materials, because I'm going to need the 8 Dark Necklaces shouldn't be too hard to get, but the 50 Epic Survival books may take some time, right? So basically, nearly done the Archer and Assassin Training Ground. Going to start working on Flyer and Aquatic to get the attack up on that one. Then then Cavalry, then Holy and Demon, then I'll look into those last 2. But given how long it takes to upgrade 1 Training Ground, it's clear that the other ones aren't going to get upgraded anytime soon. Right? So that's with regards to Training Grounds. With regards to the heroes I'm upgrading, I'm now actually kind of torn. I realized basically that I'm not sure I can fit Yusuke into my party properly, in truth. So I may actually be upgrading a hero that I don't actually need. So that's disturbing me a little bit, but I'm going to keep on this path for now. At the very least, Illustrial and Wilder will definitely be used. So those 2 are correct, but I just really don't know about Yusuke, in truth. I'm now actually starting to wonder if I maybe should have done Hiei instead of Yusuke. But in any case, I've already started committing into upgrading Yusuke. He's pretty far along. I don't think I should stop here. the reason I'm keep thinking this is because I'm starting to realize I may need Claret more. You know, more and more as I encounter other players in PvP, I realize just how good Claret is in terms of breaking a tank, or in terms of just, you know, nullifying Zerida, or forcing Zerida to suicide attack so that you can kill her easily. So it's kind of unfortunate that I don't have Claret builds, but maybe I'll build her after I finish up with, you know, Illustrial. So likely I'm still going to do Illustrial, finish her, then do Shafaniel, finish her, and then when they're both done, and while they're done, then I may look into building up a Claret. It'll be very late, I have to admit, but I'm starting to think that I really do need Claret built. So, we'll see. So that's one of the things that I'm realizing, just I'm really lacking very high mobility attackers in my Apex party. So it's causing me some issues. So I actually don't know how far I'm going to get in Apex Arena this season after all. I might not actually get into Langrisser rank. But, and in large part, that's more a time commitment thing. I'm going to be very busy the next 3 weeks, so we'll see. You know, the next 3 weeks, I'm going to have minimal time on the weekends to play Apex, so I may get stuck here at 1700 to 1800 as a result. So, other than that, though, let's move on to some of the gambles that I do in all of these videos. So, I am going to use my Oraculum Ore to do my gambles for the week now. So let's purchase the weapons, another Nighthawk, Hydro Bow, Ore, and Purgatory. So the 3 weapons were garbage. Twilight Helmet, Najord's Feathered Crown, Reaper's Breath, all 3 are garbage as well. Galaxy Cloak, which I can actually use, but it's not very good. Assault Suit, and Carbon Fiber. So all the gambles this week continue to be garbage, you know. I'm going to skip going over the gear I need this week because it remains the same. Right? I now am sitting on, I keep getting more copies of Najord Feathered Crown, but I don't think I need them. Like, I could level up another level 50 here. So maybe I'll hold on to it because it's not like I desperately need ore right now. But you can see that just from all the items I have on hand, there's a lot of ore that I could get if I'm in dire need of it, right? I have 4 of these vampire masks, 4 Najord's Feathered Crowns, you know, 4 Giant's Resistances. So it's just a lot of ore just sitting around because I don't know if I'm actually going to need it or not in the future. But I'll probably convert a bunch of this into ore right now, because at least I know a whole bunch of these I have no use for. Like, for example, I really don't think I'm going to need another Hydra's Bow. I'm currently more hoping to get a EMB so I can actually upgrade one. You know, similarly, Nighthawks, I have 5 of them now, so I'll keep 4 just in case I need to make a level 50, but I don't think I will. You know, I already have so many of these bows built that it's practically redundant and unnecessary. So basically, in other words, all the things that I got this week, the only one that I'm actually keeping is the Galaxy Cloak, because it can level up another level 50 for me, right? So my 6th Galaxy Cloak hits level 50 as a result of the gambles. Totally not worth it in terms of gambles, but you know, gambling is literally gambling. You're hoping to get good gear, and when you do, it pays off. When it doesn't, you know, whatever. So, other than that, in terms of gear changes, I've actually started to set up my Shafaniel properly with Magic Enchant on her set of gear. And for now, I can rotate her through various items for the accessory. Right now, for example, I'm kind of split on whether to bring a meditation ring or, let's say, the Vidar's Rose on her, right? I have both leveled up. So, you know, the Vidar's Rose can allow you to remove another buff on the enemies. I think it's currently on my Liffany, if I can find it. I don't see it anywhere, but I do have a level 50 Vidar Rose. Wow. I'm totally blind. Oh, right there. Right here, right? So I could give her the Vidar Rose. I could let her use a meditation ring. Haven't really decided. We'll see. Right. So you can see here that I have a bunch of gear that I can rotate amongst my heroes for PvP. So we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, I did change some of the enchants on Shafaniel so that she can do more AoE damage. And then other than that, I don't think I've really changed anything for PvP. I suppose Wowler will now have a level 50 Galaxy Cloak. And for now, I've changed him over to a Goddess's Left Hand as well, because I think the ability to reduce enemy's mobility may potentially be useful. Not guaranteed, but it can help. Right? Given how most tanks nowadays tend to run things like... they don't tend to run Overlord's badges anymore, right? So I've been seeing a lot more tanks bringing actually Sorcerer medals or the equivalents. It seems most people want their tanks to be immune to both fixed damage and silence, rather than immune to mobility debuffs at this time. So the Overlord's badges on tanks has become less common, is what I've noticed, at least at the high level. And yeah, I think that's really the only changes I've made to gear for this week. A few changes, and that's why my gold has actually decreased compared to before. But I've also been kind of getting rid of some of the gear I don't need. For example, I think I broke down level 50 Anaeus' helmet, right? Because in large part, I'm going to be replacing more of them with Hand of Tears, right? So I can kind of choose to break down older gear that I no longer need to replace it with superior gear. So there is going to be some gear changing over the next few weeks, I suppose. Event-wise, well, you know, I'm actually quite behind on Trails in Time as well. I should mention that. I did do some grinding on the Trails in Time event. So in one day, I think in 1 hour or so, I hit 71k points. So I can finish the event pretty easily, but I just don't see a need to at this time. You know? But in terms of the actual event, you know, the plot missions, I'm actually a little bit behind on. So I'll do it steadily. You know, there's no real rush for me to finish it, especially when I'm kind of busy right now in real life. Woodbine Battleground, of course, was finished to the 3rd battlefield. The 4th battlefield opened in 3 days, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that one, honestly. So I may be delayed on doing the videos for that. Sorry, guys. And then Ancient Beckoning, of course. Well, I don't need to do these fights anymore unless I'm trying to go for a higher score, because I have S rank on all of the fights now. I'm generally in the top 30 for all these fights. This one was 18th, you can see. And I'm not that interested in trying to get into the top 10. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work to get into the top 10. And I can probably do it, but I just don't have the interest or time right now. Maybe in the summer, right? And other than that, there's not too much to say. You know, Bond, like Gate of Fate runs are the same, bonds have been the same, Training Ground was already covered, and yeah, it's just so this week is more just a minor update of things that I've done over the last week. I am very much going to have to think about my Apex party though, because running into some Langrisser ranked players, I'm realizing my party is probably not well designed right now. Especially as people get more and more powerful heroes with extremely high defense or magic defense values and so on. So we'll see. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Not too much to say, I felt. And thanks for watching, everyone. On that note, Nitro out.